Welcome back. Time for the word on Wall Street. Top investors watching your money. Joining me right now is Bell Point Asset Management Chief Strategist David Nelson and Portfolio Wealth Advisors President and Chief Investment Officer Lee Munson. Gentlemen, great to see you this morning. Thanks so much for being here. First up, futures slipping this morning after a contentious first presidential debate. Lee, what's your outlook heading into October and November? Do you believe that market sentiment is changing after last night's debate?
I think market sentiment is starting to cement that it's going to be volatile. See, I think the election itself is going to drive the volatility going forward. It's less about who's going to win. I think last night proved to the American public and investors that going into November, where we're probably not going to have an answer on November 3rd, and this could get dragged out for weeks and weeks. If that happens, that's what I've been saying for the past, several weeks. I think that just solidified last night. It's going to be an opportunity for investors to take advantage of that downward volatility. I think I see sell-offs. I think there's concerns about tightening financial conditions. While that might be temporary, that's going to happen between now and the end of the year. It's a phenomenal opportunity for people to start buying that weakness, because ultimately, we're gonna move forward.
Yeah, so you really want to be buying this market then. Let me ask you about the retail fallout. In the first 6 months of 2020, 18 major retailers filed for Chapter 11. This year, on pace to eclipse 2010's 48 retail bankruptcies in the wake of the Great Recession. David, what's your outlook, and what does this retail fallout tell us about the economy in the fourth quarter in 2021? Here we are on the final day of the third quarter today.
It's probably at the tip of the iceberg. You saw the news last night. Disney announced 28,000 layoffs. There are close proximity businesses, and close proximity businesses are going to be challenged. Retail, restaurants, transportation. I'm in information-based technology, financial services, so we have remote services that get us through that. But these people need some kind of targeted package at this point. And there's a reason, Maria, why the ratings for the House and the Senate are probably the lowest in generation, because they're failing in their job to bring relief to these people. They should put the partisan politics aside.
Meanwhile, look at the IPO market. It is on fire. Palantir will go public today, the software and data analytics company from Facebook co-founder Peter Thiel, hitting the New York Stock Exchange later this morning. It is doing a direct listing. What are you expecting here, Lee? First, I want to get your take, both of you, on the Palantir deal today.
Well, I love it. It's your way to buy Big Brother. I think it's the right IPO for the right time. Listen, we have a frothy market. They're not looking to raise money, which I think is always telling. It's also priced a little bit below their 2015 valuation, around $20 billion. But again, we have a tech company where the founders have complete control. There's a lot of mystery around it, and we're almost 20 years into it. Let's see how it goes. I'm interested in the company, quite frankly.
David, would you buy this IPO?
I can't, and for the following reason, because they're trying to distance themselves from Silicon Valley, but when it comes to voting rights, they're just like everybody else. The founders, the Alexander Karp, Peter Thiel, they're going to have super voting shares. In essence, they can control this company for the rest of their lives. They can sell as many shares as they want. They're just like Mark Zuckerberg and others in Silicon Valley in that regard. That's why I won't be buying this company.
All the media companies and a lot of the technology companies are just that. You're right. They have super voting control. David Nelson, Lee Munson will be watching the deal, certainly, and this market. Great to see you both. Thank you so much. Dow Industrials down 100.